Yoriichi is the greatest swordsman to have ever lived. His swordsmanship was so tremendous that a battle doll modeled after him had to be made with 6 arms wielding katanas and utilizing 108 techniques to even attempt to imitate Yoriichi's skills. And even then, the doll was still vastly inferior compared to him. His swordsmanship easily overwhelmed the Demon King, Muzan Kibutsuji, and he would have killed his twin brother, Kokushibo, the strongest swordsman in the current era, if he didn't die of old age. Today, let's learn about the power of Yoriichi Tsugikuni with TaBu VN. If you like the video, please support me, 1 subscribe and 1 like. Abilities. Overall abilities. Yoriichi is the strongest demon slayer in history, being born with the Demon Slayer mark, access to the transparent world, and selfless state, as well as possessing a physique polished to the highest caliber and innate swordsmanship talent. As a 7-year-old child who has never picked up a sword before, he was able to defeat a trained sword instructor effortlessly, and he was referred to as a miraculous prodigy beyond compare. He alone among the Demon Slayer Corps was able to corner Muzan Kibutsuji and overpowered him in an instant and had him on the verge of death until he managed to escape. Despite having avoided death, Muzan was deeply scarred by that encounter, referring to him as a monster, and even the sight of his earrings made him tremble in shock, while mere memories of Yoriichi caused the bodies of other demons who have never met him to tremble. Demon Slayer Mark. Yoriichi is the progenitor of the Demon Slayer mark, being born with it, possessing the tremendous physical abilities granted by its effects all throughout his lifespan. Unlike all other marks users in his era, Yoriichi was able to defy fate and lived to about 85 years of age. It is presently unknown why Yoriichi is immune to the mark's effects, but it's presumably because he was the first one ever to have it and born with it naturally, unlike all other mark bearers who must train to attain it. Bright Red Nichiren Sword. Yoriichi is the first person ever to be able to turn his Nichiren sword into a bright red color, as he was born with the mark that presumably gave users the ability to turn their blade bright red as. While, when fighting, Yoriichi can dye his black sword to bright red at will, letting him hamper the enhanced regeneration of demons, even Muzan's instant regeneration, burning him at a cellular level, leaving scars on his body for hundreds of years. It has also been noted by Muzan himself that Yoriichi's bright red blade was far more effective than those of the current generation Hashira and Tanjiro, as Yoriichi could completely negate Muzan's near-absolute regeneration for a short period of time, while the modern-era demon slayers can only slightly slow it down. Despite the fact that Muzan was in a much weaker condition because of the anti-Kibutsuji drug. Transparent World. Yoriichi has access to the transparent world since birth, and could use it with incredible proficiency, evident when he could watch for lung expansions and muscle contractions within a person and surmise when to strike them, even as a child. This ability also granted him an advantage against Muzan, allowing him to find his weaknesses instantly and overwhelm him. Fighting Style. Unparalleled swordsman. Yoriichi is the greatest swordsman to have ever lived. Even as a 7-year-old child with no training, he was capable of easily defeating a trained swordsman the very first time he ever picked up a sword, striking him in multiple areas across his body faster than the eye can process. His swordsmanship was so tremendous that a battle doll modeled after him had to be made with 6 arms wielding katanas and utilizing 108 techniques to even attempt to imitate Yoriichi's skills. And even then, the doll was still vastly inferior compared to him. His swordsmanship easily overwhelmed the Demon King, Muzan Kibutsuji, and he would have killed his twin brother, Kokushibo, the strongest swordsman in the current era, if he didn't die of old age. Breathing Style. Sun breathing. created by Yoriichi himself as the original breathing style which all other subsequent styles would be modeled after, and was later replicated by Sumiyoshi, who called it Hinokami Kagura. Yoriichi was incredibly proficient in his sun breathing, being able to take down demons effortlessly and even overwhelm the Demon King and strongest upper rank. When looking through the memories of his ancestor, Tanjiro remarked that when Yoriichi performed the techniques of sun breathing, the forms were so strikingly beautiful and breathtaking. He appeared more like a spirit than a man. Skill. Number 1. Dance. The user performs a singular downwards vertical slash in an arcing motion. Number 2. Clear blue sky. The user spins and twists their upper body in a circular motion, releasing a 360-degree slash. Number 3. Raging sun. The user unleashes 2 consecutive arcing slashes around themselves in order to strike incoming attacks. Number 4. Raging Sun. The user unleashes 2 consecutive arcing slashes around themselves in order to strike incoming attacks. Number 5. Setting Sun Transformation. The user backflips into the air before performing a singular horizontal slash which aims to decapitate the target. Number 6. Solar Heat Haze. The user rushes forth, now attempting to deliver a strike seemingly enveloped in a heat haze, masking the true length and location of the blade to deliver an unexpected strike. Number 7. Beneficent Radiance. The user spirals into the air whilst performing a swirling slash upwards to strike the target. Number 8. Sunflower Thrust. The user performs a singular thrust utilizing the tip of their blade to strike the target. Number 9. Dragon Sun Halo Head Dance. The user performs a large array of consecutive slashes in a continuous motion to strike the target whilst also being capable of decapitating multiple targets. Number 10. Fire Wheel. The user flips into the air behind the opponent before unleashing a singular vertical slash in a circular motion to swiftly cut the target horizontally. Number 11. Fake Rainbow. The user performs high-speed twists and rotations, thus creating afterimages used mostly to evade attacks. The afterimages work most effectively on enemies with good vision. Number 12. Flame Dance. A 2-combo strike which starts with a vertical slash leading into a horizontal slash right after. Number 13. 13th Form. The user continuously performs all 12 forms of sun breathing in repetitive succession to increase the accuracy and agility of their movements and attacks. This form was created solely for the purpose of killing Muzan Kibutsuji, since the repetition of all 12 forms aims to destroy Muzan's 12 vital organs, 7 hearts and 5 brains, that move freely inside his body. The last video I sent to everyone about the power of Yoriichi. How do you guys feel about it? Please leave a comment to discuss.